Welcome once again to my channel Camp Science. Let's have a look at one more topic of concentration, and in this we will be dealing with the calculations related to titration. We will first understand what is titration, then we will also look at the tips to calculate the concentration, and then we will calculate the concentration through the method of titration. So first, let's understand what do you mean by the titration. The titration is an experimental process to determine the unknown constituent of a solution with the help of a known quantities of another solution. Now, what do we mean by the unknown constituents of a solution? For example, if we have a solution, say hydrochloric acid, we know the concentration and volume of that solution, but we don't know the moles. So moles is an unknown constituent of a solution, and we can find out that with the help of a known quantities of another solution. For example, if we know the moles or concentration of another solution, then with the help of that known quantities, we can calculate the unknown quantities of another solution. So let's have a look that what are the apparatus we use for the titration. Here is a set of apparatus which we use to perform the titration experiment, and the first apparatus which we would see is burette. So the apparatus used to measure the volume of a given solution is burette. Then to hold that we need burette stand. We also need conical flask to perform the titration, and other than that we also need a pipette to measure the volume of another solution other than the solution filled in burette. So pipette is used to fill up the volume of a solution in a conical flask and then perform the titration with the help of solution in burette. Now titration can also be used to calculate the concentration of a solution. And to calculate the concentration, the formula used is as shown, and we have seen this formula in our earlier video of concentration also. So concentration is equal to the amount of solute dissolved in a solution, which may be in the moles or grams, divided by the volume of the solution, which should be in dm cube. If we don't have the volume in dm cube, suppose if we have it in centimeter cube, we need to convert it into dm cube by dividing the volume by 1000. But suppose if we know the concentration and we want to calculate the moles, then the same formula can be rearranged to calculate the moles. So moles is equal to concentration multiplied by volume, and volume should be again in the unit of dm cube. Now let's understand that how can we use titration to calculate the concentration of an unknown solution? Suppose we have two solutions of which one of the solution we know the concentration. So that's a known concentration solution. So I should write known concentration solution, and then we have another solution of an unknown concentration. So what are we going to do is, suppose if we know the concentration of a solution, then we should calculate first the moles of this solution with the help of its concentration and volume. Once the moles is calculated, then we can calculate if the volume of the solution is given of an unknown concentration, then we can calculate the moles, and then we can calculate the concentration. But for the known concentration solution, we should know obviously the concentration, but along with that, we should know the volume of the solution used. So if these two quantities we know, we can calculate moles, and from the moles, we can calculate the moles of the another solution, and then we can calculate the concentration. So let's have a look at some tips to calculate, tips to remember, tips to calculate the concentration. So the actual method to calculate the concentration of an unknown solution is first calculate the moles of the solution of known concentration. Next, calculate the moles of another solution of the unknown concentration with the help of the mole ratio of the given equation. and then calculate the concentration of a solution with the help of the given formula. Now let's understand this further with the help of some examples. So first example, in a titration, 30 centimeter cube of hydrochloric acid of concentration 0.2 moles per dm cube is required. 25 centimeter cube of sodium hydroxide. Now this is a titration carried out between hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide, where we know some of the quantities of hydrochloric acid and we know the volume of the sodium hydroxide. Calculate the concentration of sodium hydroxide. So the first thing which we are going to do is write a balanced equation for the reaction between these two species, that is hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide. Once these two react, we know that the product is sodium chloride and water. Now just have a look at the equation. If we need to balance, we should balance it, but here no balancing is required because the equation is already balanced. Now let's first make a list of the quantities we know. For example, for HCl, we know the volume. So the volume of hydrochloric acid is 30 centimeter cube. Then the next thing we know is the concentration of hydrochloric acid. So below the hydrochloric acid, we are writing its concentration as 0.2 moles per dm cube. Next, we know the volume of sodium hydroxide. So for sodium hydroxide, I am writing the volume 25 centimeter cube. Now what are we supposed to calculate is the concentration of sodium hydroxide. So here is our concentration. Now what are we going to do is, if we know two quantities of one of the species, we can calculate the third quantity. That is, what is left is moles. So as we had seen earlier in the tips, that the first point we need to calculate is the moles of a solution of a known concentration. So to calculate the moles, the formula is concentration into volume. But here the volume is given in centimeter cube. So first we should convert it into decimeter cube. So 30 divided by 1000, which gives us the value of 0.03 dm cube. And the volume of sodium hydroxide, that is volume of base, is 25, which should again be divided by 1000 to give us the value of 0.025 dm cube. Now let's calculate the moles of hydrochloric acid. So the concentration is 0.2 and volume is 0.03. So the moles of HCl is 0.006 moles, which you can also write as 6 into 10 power minus 3 also. Now let's have a look at the equation once again. Here we have a mole ratio of 1:1. So that shows that if we react 1 mole of hydrochloric acid, then only 1 mole of sodium hydroxide is going to react. So if 0.06 moles of HCl is reacting, then the same moles of sodium hydroxide is going to react. So moles of sodium hydroxide is also the same, that is 0.006. So now we have got the moles of the solution of an unknown concentration also, which was our second tip to calculate the concentration. The third step is to calculate the concentration with the help of the formula moles divided by volume. So our moles for NaOH, sodium hydroxide, is 0.006 divided by its volume, that is volume is 0.025. So let's divide it by 0.025, which gives us the concentration of 0.24 moles per dm cube. So the concentration of sodium hydroxide is 0.24 moles per dm cube. Second example is, The equation shows the reaction of sulfuric acid with potassium hydroxide, and here is the equation, and we have already balanced it also. 25 centimeter cube of sulfuric acid of concentration 0.2 moles per dm cube reacted with exactly 10 centimeter cube of potassium hydroxide. Calculate the concentration of potassium hydroxide. Now the first step to calculate such an constituent is to write an equation balanced one, but we already have got the equation a balanced one. So the next step is to calculate the moles of a known concentration solution, and the known concentration solution is sulfuric acid. So the formula is moles is equal to concentration multiplied by volume, and the concentration of sulfuric acid is 0.2 multiplied by the volume. Now volume is in 25 centimeter cube. So let's convert it first into dm cube. So 25 divided by 1000, which gives us the value of 0.025. So our concentration is 0.025, and so the answer is 0.005 moles of sulfuric acid. Now let's have a look at the equation again, which shows the ratio of 1:2 with the sulfuric acid and KOH. So that shows that if we use 1 mole of sulfuric acid, we need double the moles of potassium hydroxide. So to calculate the moles of potassium hydroxide, KOH, we need to multiply the moles of sulfuric acid, that is 0.005 multiplied by 2, as we have the ratio of 1:2. So our answer for this is 0.01 moles of potassium hydroxide. Now we can calculate the concentration with the help of formula moles divided by its volume. So our moles is 0.01 and the volume of potassium hydroxide given is 10 centimeter cube. So again, if we convert the volume to dm cube, that is divide by 1000, we get the value as 0.001. Sorry, it's 0.01. So if we substitute the value as 0.01 in the volume, we get the concentration of 1 mole per dm cube. So the concentration of potassium hydroxide, which we are supposed to calculate, the answer for this is 1 mole per dm cube. So from this equation, we need to understand that after calculating the moles, looking at the mole ratio is very, very important to calculate the moles of another solution. Let's have a look at another example. 25 centimeter cube of 0.2 mole per dm cube sodium carbonate solution was neutralized by 20 centimeter cube dilute hydrochloric acid. Calculate the concentration of hydrochloric acid in grams per dm cube. Now here we don't have moles, here we have grams per dm cube. The first step to calculate the concentration is write a balanced equation. So let's first write a balanced equation where sodium carbonate, that is Na2CO3, reacts with hydrochloric acid, and the products should be sodium chloride, carbon dioxide and water. Now let's balance it. As we have 2 hydrogen in water, we need to add 2 in front of HCl, and so we also need to add 2 with NaCl because the chloride gets 2 here, and also sodium is Na2 on the reactant side. So now the reaction is balanced. So now let's see what are the known quantities. We know for sodium carbonate the volume and the concentration. So we can calculate the moles of sodium carbonate, that is Na2CO3, with the help of the formula concentration into volume. So concentration is 0.2 and volume, if we divide it by 1000 and change it to dm cube, we have 0.025. So the moles calculated is 0.005 moles of sodium carbonate. Now again, let's have a look at the equation. Here 1 mole of sodium carbonate uses 2 moles of hydrochloric acid. So the mole ratio is 1:2. So moles required for HCl is double the moles of sodium carbonate. So we need to multiply the moles of sodium carbonate with 2. But suppose if we knew the moles of hydrochloric acid and we want to calculate the sodium carbonate moles, if it is reversed, then we know that the ratio is 2:1. So in that case, we would be dividing it by 2. But here we need to multiply. So the answer is 0.01 moles of hydrochloric acid. Now we can apply the formula of concentration, that is moles divided by its volume, and moles is 0.01 and volume here given is 20 centimeter cube. If we divide it by 1000, then we get it as 0.02, which gives us the answer of 0.5 moles per dm cube, that is decimeter cube. But we need to calculate our answer in grams per dm cube. So we need to convert the unit moles into mass, that is grams. So let's now change the moles, that is 0.5 moles, into mass, that is in grams. To calculate the mass, we use the formula mass is equal to moles multiplied by the relative molecular mass, that is MR. Now the MR of HCl which we want to calculate is, we know it is 1 for hydrogen and for chlorine it is 35.5. So our answer is 36.5, which is the molecular mass of HCl. So we can use that here. So moles is 0.5 and the MR is 36.5, which gives us the answer of 18.3 grams per dm cube. And this is how we converted moles into grams, that is mass. So we can use directly the formula of calculating the mass from the moles. And so our final answer of concentration in grams per dm cube is 18.3 grams per dm cube. So here is how we can use titration method to calculate the concentration of any given unknown solution. And if you have understood and liked the video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel.